GM fam, we are live with your host Phil Exlanteris, where we talk about Solana NFTs, the love, the drama, and the vibes. We are going to talk about the Fed, the CPI data that's coming out very soon, Solana BONKz, which is an interesting one, Bonk and Lunar Project, and much more. All right, so note that this isn't financial advice, just me talking about cartoon JPEGs that I like and I'd like to play around with. All right, so anyways, let's get on to the first topic. Boom. Claynosaurz. This project has been impressive. Let's just say that, the thing with these guys is that they always come out with something. They're always ready. It seems like they have the little Notion chart out there. It's probably not a Notion. I'm just joking around, but they have everything organized to where everything is timed. For this week, they basically announced the snapshots Saturday around 1 p.m. Looks like they're going to bring out some clays for the dinos. So this is going to be pretty interesting. This is basically going to be the big move on something special. Gonna recap some of our Claytopia early environment concepts. And overall, they're just showing some little things here and there, but some cool stuff going on here. And if you don't know, Claynosaurz is an animation studio type of project. They're building out this characters called the Claynosaurz, and these guys are cute. They are cute, man. They really attract little kids. I have little ones. They love these things. Like, they always come to my office just to look at these things, and they always love them. They laugh and everything. Like, these guys did it, and what they're gonna build is gonna be quite amazing. They've worked with things like Disney. They've worked with other types of animations in an actual professional studios. And the things that's basically attracts me the most is what they can potentially do in the ecosystem, not just the project, but what they can do with everything else, what they can do with Degens, what they can do with the Solana Monkey business, and maybe on other chains as well, what they can do with the Invisible Friends, the Doodles. These guys have something for Web3 projects to where they can basically be like at service. That is really interesting to me. So, all right. Anywho, let's get on to the next topic. All right. BONKz. BONKz finally basically came out. The Omni project, they basically came out of the Fracture. The Fracture is this project, OG 2021. Soul Gods. These guys are top creators. They've been in Solana forever. And they came out with this project called the Omni Creative, which is basically the creative studio and artist management agency connecting creatives with Web3 brands from the team that brought the Fracture. All right, so the backstory here is that you have this token called Bonk. And Bonk basically came out maybe like 3 weeks ago, a decentralized type of token. No one really batted an eye. It was just there. We talked about it a little bit. I showed it on the screen. I didn't really thought it was gonna get to where it's at right now. But the lore behind Bonk was basically FTX. How FTX screwed everybody over. How FTX basically showed how horrible they were first as people. They used customer assets. Blah, 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 blah. Now you have Bonk coming in at this moment where, people just do not want to trust things like FTX. So you have Bonk coming in decentralized. They're saying, hey, we're not like this. We're decentralized. By the way, we're dropping on the actual community NFT projects. We're airdropping Bonk. So that was really cool. These tokens got airdropped everywhere. And then next thing you know, Bonk just started moving. It was basically moving because of the community, not because of FTX, of the community. So the community made Bonk. And then now you have a project that's basically building this artist management agency around Bonk, which is also driving a lot of people into this as well. All Bonk raised will be burned, not hype, a movement. So this whole concept is basically the movement. Like, there's a mission behind this. It's not basically money but overall people have to get incentivized. But overall, there's a mission behind what's going on here. So I bought 3 of them, and this thing has moved up to 25 Solana. And overall, just I can't wait to see what else they're doing. Basically, a bunch of artists are behind this. Artists haven't been revealed yet, only a couple, but there are still artists to be revealed. So we're gonna find out what they're gonna who's behind this, and it's definitely gonna do some crazy hype around when the next artists are gonna release. I'm gonna guess John Lee, but I mean, who knows? All right, so this next one is another Bonk NFT. It's Geneftee.bonk, and I thought I'd share it because there's not much info, but why not share it if something does come out in the future and this does gain momentum. So this one says, welcome to Geneftee, a new NFT experience. Mint and Bonk, 20% will be burned. That's the fire right there. 20% to Bonk Studio, a funded Bonk incubator for devs and artists. And Bonk Studio is an incubator funded by Geneftee with a single goal of empowering the Bonk. So you get to see that there's a correlation here behind Bonk. This project is going to help basically just Bonk overall for devs, artists around here. So these people are really, helping push Bonk into new heights, into new levels. So Bonk isn't just a meme token. I mean, even though it is, persuade a meme, people are building with it. People want to keep pushing this, and it's really great because people from other chains look at the exposure on Bonk, then they see what you can potentially do with Solana, and that's why you're seeing other airdrops coming in because it's easier, it's fast transactions, but rarely gas fees. And right here is the first example of how things can be made. So Bonk, the more you do on it, the better it is, the more exposure to Solana, other tokens will come in, yada yada. And by the way, with the good stuff comes the bad stuff. A lot of crap tokens coming in as well. So people got to be careful out there with what's coming out. Now, the other news is the CPI data. This is an important topic because the CPI data is something that needs to be read during these times. So what the CPI data is basically like the inflation report. And with the inflation report, you basically can tell where things are heading at with the Federal Reserve. So last month's CPI data was at 7.1%. And obviously people will argue over like the government data is a little bit different. They remove some things here and there, but that's what we work with. So the 7.1%, it was bullish for last month. Now for this month, I am guessing that we're still going to be around 7.1%, maybe 7.2. There's a lot of people that are saying that it's going to be lower, 7%, 6.9%. If that happens, great. That's going to be good stuff. That's going to be good news. Coins are going to, they're going to go up. Solana's going to go up. Bitcoin's going to go up. The market's going to go up. Everything's going to go up for a little bit. But, we can't forget that the Federal Reserve is still hiking rates for the next year. And they're going to be doing it at 50 basis points, 25 basis points. So it's going to be a small little bullish run, but overall it's going to be a good sign. But we don't know yet where this is going to go. Again, even here, when we had 8.5 and went 8.3, it was a skyrocket at 9.1. This has been going down ever since, but we just don't know what could potentially happen. So I'm preparing for that. I'm getting ready for this report. It's going to come out tomorrow. We'll see what happens here. So overall, that is basically everything on that. Now on to the secondary market, the good stuff, the stuff that I basically enjoy doing here. Now let's bada bing, bada boom. Here we go. All right, we got it here. All right, so here we go. The Tensor.trade app that I use, my favorite app. I cannot live without this. This thing is my baby. This shows all my favorite watch lists, the red and the green. And for you, if you're new here, the green is basically what I don't tend to buy in. It's called FOMO and it's called exit liquidity. I tend to look at the red and try to see what I can buy in the red because they're usually undervalued. Not all, but some. So you should make your own watch list. I would suggest that, not copy mine. And see, and just follow where these projects go. All right. So, anyways, Metaplex was one project that I looked into for quite a while in my live streams. This is one project that, it was almost I would say unknown. It's still kind of unknown, but every time Metaplex does something well, the project tends to increase in value. It's right now it's at 4.16 Solana, and I did sell my 2 Metaplexes around like at 3 Solana, but I have one more still. I do think that the this Metaplex white paper is going to come out with something at some point. And the reason why this is growing in valuation is because they finally came out with their royalty solution, and people are starting to basically get into that. So they're getting a lot of attention. And not just that, I do think that eventually something's going to come out to where this thing would definitely move. And it's only 993 NFTs, which is quite crazy for such a big project like Metaplex that basically serves Solana overall. So I'm just keeping one for a while. Again, 4.16 is kind of dangerous to be at this level and buy one, but these were good levels. 1.9 1.80 somewhere here where I was buying quite a couple of them. So if it does go down back down here, I'm gonna buy another one. If it goes back down to 2 Sol, for sure, but we'll see where that goes. All right, so we have Claynosaurz that went all the way up to 6.43. If you were in our Discord, we actually talked about this. I wasn't live when I saw the dip here, and then the dip was right here, and then I bought some. I bought one actually right here around 5.48. And here's our Discord here. If you ever want to come, you can come in. I usually just post what I buy here, and again, I always love to chat with anyone who's in there. So just join down below, link down below. Now it has definitely gained. It has pumped, and it looks like it's gonna level off here. The reason is because of that airdrop that's coming out Saturday. So after that airdrop, more than likely this is gonna probably go back down. Claynosaurz are also pumping as well. They're in the same boat as far as this clay drop. And then we have Luna, which is quite in the same boat. This is one that I've been tracking for a while. I bought a couple here, I sold some here, then it grew to 15 Solana, and it came back there. And here's where I started making my move. I bought, I believe, 9 more Luna. Yeah, it was 9 more Lunars around this price. It was around 10 point something. So I am playing on the Lunar New Year announcement, if there is one, which we don't know. And I am playing the part to where HG Soul is doing something with this project with the OpenDAO. Well, I just don't know what, but the OpenDAO is overall the main people around this project. They're building this out. It's like a Lunar Festival event. I think there's gonna be more things happening with Luna, which they haven't probably announced. This is all just assumptions. There's nothing. I'm just looking at what the OpenDAO has done. They built this community around Ethereum, so I do think that some things are gonna come. I don't know yet. The whole concept around Lunar is quite cool. They have 12 zodiac signs, and they have their 12 animals. So overall, that's where I bought at. See where it goes. I do think that it could potentially hit 8 Sol if the CPI data hits above 7.1. If it hits like 7.3, Solana's gonna go down. NFTs could potentially go down. It's gonna be more bearish. So we have those signs as well. So that's the one thing there. Now, the other things that I do want to look at, I could skip the green ones here. Is where is it at? All right, well, let's just go down the list. We'll probably see it. All right, so Degens is getting quite interesting. Degens are completely going down. They went down from 52 and now they're at 27, and they're still going down. So this one is looking quite like a buy, not now, but when it does come down to like 16 Solana, I would personally probably come in at that point. 16 Solana, 15 Solana. Will it go down there? Probably not, but you never know. And the person behind this is named by the Urcon. Urcon is his name. This guy's a huge influencer on Solana. These guys are Europeans. I'm sure there's a huge European community. I've seen people put videos out and they sound very European from the country they're from. There's a couple countries here and there, but interesting project. And Anybody's, again, the whole fiasco with Toys R Us, it's not good. It's not good. They're not doing too well with Toys R Us. And the longer Toys R Us hinders on Anybody's, the longer this thing is gonna keep going down. So I bought around 20 Solana. I bought it at a point where they basically said in a tweet that they were gonna fix things around, and they had like a huge team huddle meeting. But hey, what's up, G? What's going on, Diggs? How's it going, man? And the problem is that I was trusting that tweet, and obviously that there were OG 2021 fellas who have been working on this as well. They deliver products, but the problem is that Toys R Us is not. They haven't tweeted yet. After their meeting, it's still the same. Nothing much has happened. So I'm getting concerned over this, and I'm watching this closely. And if I have to sell at a loss, I mean, I would do it. I'm giving these guys 2 more weeks to fix this Toys R Us problem. I have a Toys R Us as well, and Toys R Us I bought like at 3.80, I believe. So I'm giving them a chance, seeing if something's gonna come out. I mean, it's got to be in 2 or 3 weeks, right? Like they gotta really, like, they had a meeting. It's not like it's gonna take any longer than that. But if nothing happens, I'm gonna get out. This is gonna be probably the first one where I'm just gonna leave out, and because I just hope it doesn't happen. We'll see. But yeah, other than that, Community 3 is going down to 19. These guys are more of business oriented type of NFT, so you're not gonna see tweets from them. They're a little bit different. They have shareholders. They're an actual business, and that's how they roll. They're not gonna tweet for hype to get the price up. They don't care. This is like the last thing they care about. They believe that whatever they're building, the valuation is gonna follow it. So that's all they care. They care about the building, which is great. That's the world that I come from, stocks. So that's how these guys roll. So anyways, OK Bears is still kind of leveled. I haven't really checked on this one either. OK Bears is still kind of not falling down, and I'm waiting for this thing to go down at least below like 50, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. And the main thing I want to look at is Omnis. These guys, hopefully I could find it here, but they tend to not really show up because for some odd, strange reason. Where's BONKz? I can't. Oh, here we go. Okay, so BONKz. This was one that I got into. I posted up on Discord. Zircon, he was able to mint it because he had the actual BONKz. I believe he was able to, but he had BONKz, and if you had BONKz, you were eligible to mint. And the thing with this project is that it's the volume's high, man. It's already 139,000. This is insane. And when it was flying through here, 15, it only went up 20 Solana. It came down here to 14. This is when I bought it. I bought 3 of them. And then I put it on Discord, and then this thing started moving like crazy. Never would have thought. It came back down to 21, but I do think this has a lot of potential to at least reach like 30 or 40. So it's gonna be interesting watching this whole BONKz mint, this whole movement, and overall, I meant to sold mine for 5. Feel really bad. Profit's profit, man. Profit's profit. But yeah, that's awesome stuff that he was able to get in. Zircon, make sure you follow Zircon on YouTube as well. Zircon, he started his YouTube channel from Twitch, so support him there. We go live on Tuesdays and Thursdays with Valley Vibes podcast. And BONKz, this is an interesting one that I'm looking for. The reason why BONKz is like the first Bonk NFT for the community. And with that, people want to get in the first big NFT, which is BONKz. It's basically decentralized in some way, so it almost reminds me of ABC, but in the BONKz world. And it's that I just don't know what else they're gonna build on it, but I have some good feelings. Artists are all over this. I mean, this is gonna be some good. And the reason why I think they can recruit artists is because you can basically come up to someone and say like, hey, we went through this FTX collapse. Solana is at $8. We have to do something together to really bring the community up, to bring Solana up. We have this project BONKz, to where this could definitely bring a lot of value to the community, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Would you do it? I'm pretty sure almost any artist on Solana would do it. They will want to get in, and then they would want to help build something to keep Solana, building and keep people on there, get people excited. So that's basically the main thing. So the other thing is we cannot forget about Lily. This is another cool project. I bought one, but I still want to get another one. It's been leveled off here at 11. Listing is still 9%. And I was hoping for it to come down to like 5, but it's still at 11, which is quite interesting, quite crazy. But I love the art here. Nothing has come out about them yet. So, something that I'm still keeping a watch on. Rove medallion. This one, I was kind of pissed because I got this on the watch list late. I talked about this project before they minted, but when they minted, I completely forgot to add them on the watch list. And if I did, I would have got in this project right after mint, because this was at 2 Solana here, and then it obviously pumped up to almost 5. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till it comes down to like maybe 3.50 if it does, and that again, that has to do with the CPI data and all that. If things do go bad, but yeah, this is one I'm waiting on. So a couple things I'm keeping an eye on right now as far as these projects, and that is basically everything I have for today. Crazy stuff, crazy day. BONKz is crazy, and let's see what CPI data says tomorrow. It's going to be nuts. Overall, make sure you subscribe. You mint that like button. It helps out with the show. And we go live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays with my personal YouTube channel around this time. So anyways, guys, peace and love and chicken grease.